morning, good morning. We are making some more progress with Nola and Olive because Nola came into the bedroom last night, which is not something that she typically does, and she came into it this morning. So we're doing good. We are at work, and there's nothing to do. We're just hanging out. Hey, so it has been a while since I vlogged, and I apologize about that. But it has been a bit of an interesting evening and afternoon. My friend Lily from work came over to meet Olive, and say hi to Nola. And I had to work overtime for work by like 45 minutes. So, but now I'm off tomorrow and Friday. Anyway, I was starting to notice that I felt like things were worse between Nola and Olive. Still no flat out fighting, but Nola seemed to be a lot more stressed. She seemed to kind of resort back to hissing and growling at her whenever she went to like do something, not even when she just moved fast. So I thought that was interesting. And then my mom pointed out, she was like, well, could it be the plugins that you ordered? And I was like, I don't know. And so I did, while I was working, I did a really quick search and Googled if anyone had an issue with them being the opposite effect and basically making things worse between cats and not better. And sure enough, there were. So I unplugged them around like 8:30-ish tonight. It is 11:10. Things already seem to have improved a little bit on Nola's side. Olive didn't really seem affected, but as I said, I had one in the bedroom and one in the office, and those were the two areas that I was really noticing there were issues, but it was kind of overall, but those were where both of them were plugged in. So I unplugged them. I didn't get rid of them. We're gonna see. They were plugged in for about 2 days. I also immediately opened up all of my windows to try to get the stuff that it was emitting out. Of course, now that it's nighttime, I've closed all of those, but I might crack them again the safe cracking way tomorrow morning to help continue to get those out. It's not going to be a magic fix. As I said, they were plugged in for like 2.5 days. So I know it's going to take some time for them to resort back to get that smell fully out. Not to mention, that's another change that Nola has to deal with. I changed it when I plugged them in and she started smelling stuff, and then now I'm changing it again and I'm taking it away. But I do wonder if it was making things worse. She also just seems a little bit more relaxed than she was earlier today. She seemed almost even more skittish and more shy. Now, of course, there were a few other factors, like Lily came over. That was a surprise. Olive accidentally knocked a big thing over. That was another big surprise that scared her. But overall, just behavior over the past 2 days, I feel like we were taking more steps backwards than we were forwards. So we unplugged them. We're going to see how that works. So far, granted, it's only 11:12 and I'm going to bed now. So far, we're having an okay night. Nola didn't feel the need to come in here at night, which actually ended up causing more problems yesterday because she hid under the bed and Olive thought she wanted to play and yada, yada, yada. The other thing, did a little bit more research, and I am no longer going to correct Nola when she hisses or growls. I will only correct if there's a physical that happens to it, but that's not the case. I won't pet her or praise her or anything when she does those things, but when she does not do those things, I pet and say, good, so proud of you, good girl, all of that stuff. So, I didn't bring the treats back out. I did get treats at the store. my friend Caitlin thought, mentioned training them that way, but Olive seems to like really, really, really like the treats, and she tried to like take one from Nola. She didn't understand that it was Nola's and not hers. So I haven't done that. I haven't brought those back out, but I do have them just in case. So we'll see. We will see. That's a good positive associative thing for them to both have with each other, just as long as I give it to Nola first and Olive doesn't try to go after it. But Nola also takes a few more seconds to eat hers, so that's a whole risk. Anyway, but yeah, that's what's going on in cat world. So let's hope we have a decent night. I'm trying to remind myself that just because basically it all started, because I was like, if we are at the same position next week, which granted I'm going to be gone on a teeny little trip for like less than 24 hours, I'm sure they'll be fine. And my mom is going to stop in and check on them and make sure everything's good. So they'll be fine. But I was like, if we get to this point next week and we're still not making progress, I am going to ask for a few different opinions to be like, okay, what am I doing potentially wrong? I want to make sure this is okay. All of that. Sorry, really long clip, but I didn't vlog much today at all. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. On social media is in the description. Love you all.